Let us spring forth on this brand new day and embrace the ability, the probability of finding cool cars, trucks, motorcycles, mini bikes, go-karts, the like, performance parts, hot rods. We're north of Tampa today, and we're going to go kind of westerly, kind of northwesterly toward the bay, but well up north of the city because you're not going to find anything in town. Let's get going. I like the way it's looking up here on North 41. Fewer and fewer fast food places, malls, big chain grocery stores. That means we're headed the right direction. I just saw one of my favorite cars of all time at a car lot up here. I'm turning around. I know it's a car lot. I know, but it's definitely not something you normally. Boy, there's a whole, look at that. That's nothing but Teslas. What? That was kind of weird. Yeah. I think you guys will definitely appreciate this one a little more than a parking lot full of Teslas. You see it? You see it? Do you see it? That's a 68 Camaro convertible. Looking kind of rough, so that means they're probably asking about $148,000 to the third power over pi for it. But we got to go look anyway. $327, it says. Incorrect wheels. Automatic car. Oh, it smells just like you would want it to smell. Remote mirror, Trans Am wheel, power glide with a console, bucket standard interior. Door closes really well. Man, down low there's like zero rust. That's probably a lot more money than, yeah. Hood's already been popped. Yeah, I don't really. A little bit of rust on the cowl. Alignment not bad. A lot of people look at these and they think, wow, that terrible alignment. Well, a lot of them came that way. This is in the 60s. The antenna's the wrong one, but still one on it. Dash pad looks good, which is unusual for Florida. I don't mind that car. If you guys, oh, look at that. There's an El Camino back there. I'm going to show you the address and phone number and all that kind of stuff in just a moment. So in case there's something near you. I wonder what's up with the GMC. Check out the hood. What's up with that? See if we see a boost gauge. Oh, that may as well be a boost gauge. Wastegate springs. Yeah, this truck's up to something. I like that. I like the wheels too, man. Anyway. See that? Is that hooked up? No, it's not hooked up, but that's an intercooler. What they got going on here, man? Doesn't look like there's anything going on inside or in the bed. Huh. Wonder if it's going to be converted. A little Slam Tahoe. Good looking 2500 HD. That's all me right there. I like this place. Rydalewski Auto Service and Repair. There's your phone number if you want to talk to them about any of these. Looks like they may not be here today due to the fact that it's July 5th. A lot of people gonna have a long weekend. The 68 Camaro, man. Hard to tell till you get up on it with a magnet and stuff, but it, I don't know, some overspray there on the exhaust pipe. Down low looks pretty solid. I'm a little surprised. It's at 17630 North 41. We're just about a half hour north of Tampa. They have another El Camino there. Oh, let's see if I can get around here. Yeah, I can. Oh, I like that one. LS Z28. I like these guys. It's got aftermarket brakes on it. A little bubbling around the rear window. All right, I like this. It's got a clutch in it. Yeah, actually. Who'd you go with? Like Holly or?
This one's a Holly Sniper.
Oh man, I love that just freaking Chevy orange, man, and it hides all up under there. Got an updated distributor on there, billet distributor. Nice.
Still 327.
Man, that's a cool little car. Look how scrawny those little belts are.
Yeah, the El Camino is actually the wife's car. And then the truck next to it's about 1,100 horsepower too.
I was gonna say the hood, I looked at it and I was like, they're up to something.
Well, we don't like the hood. The hood's gonna be...
It doesn't look like it actually needs the hood, does it?
No, it's just the paint guy trying to be fancy and... So this one, it was a 5.3. I have a built 6-liter. I took the 6L80 out of it, put a 4L80 in it.
Do you like an LQ4 or LQ9, or is that what you on the 6-liter?
It's just an iron truck block, but I have the rectangle port heads on it. 78 millimeter turbo, but we're doing all like the electronics. We're just redoing it all. I've given a whole lot of thought to doing like an injection of like an alcohol or water. Water meth. Yeah, that's it. So I got the 2 hob switch. One of them is kicking on the second fuel pump. The other one kicks on the water meth.
All that I did I have a C5Z06 and I got an A&A supercharger and put it on a 6.3 4-inch stroke crank on an LS1.
Yeah.
And I did the, Racetronics has that, they have a pump and then they have a hot wire kit that delivers all the power. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this one is the wife's. It is a 6-liter. I got to change all this too because I'm putting a turbo on it. So I'm putting second fuel pump in it. So I just got to do all the electronics again in it. But yeah, this one, this is a 6-liter steel rings. I think I got a gap for a little bit of boost. It'll probably be maybe 15 pounds max.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it already is a little bit crazy.
Dude, you detailed everything just with the motor going in already. Just the paint on the block and everything, and the water pump. It's just like you look really, really close at all the little corners, and it's really well done.
The El Camino on the back pad is going to be the shell for this one because this one's rotten, but I have a completely built 700 R4. Every part you can get from Sunex is in it. It's probably unbreakable. Even the front drum is one that like bolts a front plate to it so it can't distort.
Yeah.
3200 stall Circle D converter, and then I actually have it's a 12 bolt with 87 Grand National axle tubes welded on, so it bolted right into the car, but it is a 12 bolt from a 71 Chevelle.
I like to see the little subtle things, like even the battery cables are just really high quality, nice, thick, beefy. Man, that's a heck of a setup, dude.
I actually like these, and it took me a while to figure those out. The shrink clamps instead of clamps.
How does that?
They just shrink down.
So you just slip them on, and on the first heat cycle, it just shrinks?
Well, I have a heat gun, but yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You just have to cut them off every time.
Where did you get those?
I think Amazon.
I think I'm gonna buy
But the part numbers are crazy to find out like what diameters they go to. You just got to go in like, I think it's Gates PowerFlex.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was me trying to figure out a way to get my map sensor from the top of the manifold, go down here, and then I can run my map sensor, and then I'll have that whole block to run the wastegates and blow off valves. It's all in one little spot.
That's a very sweet steam tube crossover there too.
Yeah.
Man, there's cool parts on this.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came out, man, instead of just shooting.
Yeah, I had an old Gen 1 small block in it, and I used to build engines for a living, so why not?
I still have a 31 Ford that's an old small block, aluminum heads, 3 deuces, very, very early style.
Mm-hmm.
But I started messing with LSs, and I don't mess with small and big block anymore. I had drag cars that had like stroke or big blocks, and I just lost interest.
Yeah, these make too much power and they're light.
Yeah, I must admit, when I first looked out here, I saw the intercooler there, and I saw it was closed off, and I was like, man, I hope he's not one of those guys with the Hyundais with the fake intercoolers.
Oh, no.
That's nice to see this under there.
Yeah, that's me just trying to fit that in now, and then I should have the turbo manifold. I was supposed to have it 2 months ago, but I still don't have it.
I like the fact that the intercooler's black. I know that's a weird thing, but it just blends in.
I want it to be...
Yeah.
And like the only thing she has on the inside is just a little 3-inch Holley display. Everything else is, I mean, she doesn't need gauges and all that shit.
That's cool.
That's kind of how I'm doing with that truck, where you just turn the key and everything works how it's supposed to. There's no switches or buttons. It just works. Yeah, most everything else I just get from United Speed World. I've been going there since I was 15, so I just go get all the AN lines and connectors. And
They actually built my engine.
yeah.
$7.99 heads on there, and I'm seeing ARP bolts and stuff. That's a nice setup.
It's sneaky. Like, this is the type of the fuel pumps we're running in like the cars. So we're running
wow.
twins. I get these from Racetronics.
That's very similar to what went in my C5.
Yeah, so those are dual 340 liter E85 compatible.
Huh. I like that billet top there.
Yeah, that BMW is actually one of the faster cars we've ever owned. That thing's a diesel, compound turbo, sequential compound turbo.
That's a diesel.
Yeah, that's the wife's. And that thing is 700 foot-pounds of torque.
Holy crap. You got cool toys, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of customers that we do like to kind of work for.
I have never, I've always been a Corvette guy, and I've seen some of these go fast, and I was into land speed racing for a while.
Yeah.
And I saw some of these go real fast. One car that really surprised me was that second gen Ford GT.
Yeah.
There was a guy who had one of those who went really fast.
Yeah. They got
270, 280.
They got a real good shape to them.
Yeah, it was all about big, huge turbos. And
I think that was actually a small block 400. That's what I took out of the El Camino.
Oh, okay.
And then just regular truck engines laying around in case we need a block for something.
Now the 4.8 had a flat top. 5.3 was dished, or is that backwards?
4.8 is flat top to bring the compression up because it has the shorter stroke.
Yeah, because that's
the
gonna.
The 4 is the same. So what everybody does is, even if they have a 5.3, you run a 4.8 piston, and you'll bump it up a couple points in the compression.
For next to nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got some cool toys, man. I am not exactly sure where I turned on the camera and turned it off, but none of those cars are for sale. They belong to customers there, but they work on everything, as you saw, from BMWs with diesels and compound turbos all the way up to 68 Camaros with 327s in them. Super nice guy. His name's Gary, and you saw the last name and contact info just right before that. I will be stopping for food in the next couple of minutes here, but I wanted to give you another tip. If you're in a particular area you don't know and you're looking on Facebook Marketplace, make sure you change the settings to determine your current location. That way you can look 15, 20 miles out from where you are right then. The only thing I'll remind you is reset that when you get back home, because it's gonna throw everything off. But for right now, since I'm in Lutz, or a little north, we're gonna go ahead and set that as home, and we'll see what's in the area. Garage sale. You know, you never know what to expect when the garage sale sign is permanent. They put it out here like every weekend, but we gotta try. Maybe there's a sale on 68 Camaros out here today. Ah. Nice smooth surface for a road. Yeah, that's a yard sale. You gotta see that one.
What you doing, kid? Are you the attack dog I heard about? You're a vicious little critter, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure Chase wanted to go home with me. He's like, you have air conditioning at your house? Just sit right back and you'll hear. No, not looking at that. Looking at the Studebaker Champion. These were some pretty cool cars and pretty ahead of their time. If you look back at Chevy, like 50 to 54, that roof line there is similar on a whole lot of makes, actually. But that's a solid looking car there. What does it say on our sign here? For sale. Oh, that's talking about the land. I saw $250,000. I was like, holy crap on a biscuit. 1952 Studebaker, 70,000 original miles. Owner's Larry. 352-232-0428. Man, I look at boats here and there, and I think it'd be so cool to have them out on Tampa Bay, and I think again, like, no. I saw my neighbor, every time he took his out, he'd have to bring it back and rinse everything out because all the salt water and stuff, and I was like, nope, that's not a me thing. Other side of the road, just about 1,000 feet up, if that. I see a whole lot of rusty brown metal over there. I don't know if I should go up in there, but I will admit to not being very bright. Oh, there's a gate. Oh, it's open. You see a no trespassing? Anybody? Beware of dog. I'm gonna come up here and just ask the guy. I'm not gonna get out of the car. I'm just gonna try to be nice and friendly and all that. Yes. A two-door in that body style? Wait, what the heck is beside it? I have to come up here. Oh, this is crazy talk here. Look at the Chevy truck with the like 55 to 57 truck dash in the bed. 67 to 72. A few early Mustangs. Wow! 62 Chevy. Grand Prix. Another 62 Chevy. 67 Chevelle. This guy's roughing it, isn't he? Oh, he's got a Mopar in the middle of him. I have to come up here and just see if I can get this guy's attention and see what the deal is. There's a brand new Bronco up there, so maybe I can honk and get his attention. I don't want him to think that I'm coming up here trying to take something or be where I shouldn't be. I'm gonna honk and be loud and let him know of my presence. Let's go ahead and stop here. Maybe turn on some AC. You know, it's worth your time to check things out on the way off the property too, because you could see something like that. What? The front end of a 67 Camaro, as evident. Well, it's actually fiberglass, but had it been a 68 or trying to look like a 68, that fender down in the front, about halfway down, would have had a marker light. Looks like it was out of a drag car. Yeah, almost certainly was. This guy is living the dream. Cool old wrecker. Charger. That, look on the hood. I think it's an aftermarket hood. May have just been cut. Wow. I'm digging it. I like that one there. The Camaro wagon. What exactly is occurring here? It says Nomad. Is it the back of something else, like maybe an S10? And boy, that one's bad. Man, that caddy's bad. Hey, cows. Could you possibly do me a favor? When your father gets home, if you could just say, hey, oh, he's paying attention. If you could just say, hey, this guy came, he was in a Prius with cracks in the windshield. He wants like half of the cars. I'd appreciate that. And thank you for not peeing on camera or humping each other. I love these roads like this, man. You're not going to find them in town because they cut down all the trees to put condos up. I smell old cars. Either that or that's my... I've said too much. I finally found lunch. Advantage of a little dinky car. Coney Island, drive-in foot-long hot dogs. Okay. That's pretty cool. Kind of a cool place. No idea what I'm gonna get. Oh yeah. Good. I just realized that I drove past a junkyard that I visited a couple of years ago, and it has a very unusual story. It's on 52, kind of a east to west road, and there are two junkyards really close to one another. One of them, the guy who used to own it, they think was killed, like murdered in the place, like years ago. It's a very hazy, gray kind of story, but this is the place right here, so that's where we're going. Turn right onto this road here. There's a road that goes down the side. Yeah! Just how I remember it. Now this place still has some pretty cool stuff in it. This is back in the day when you had to put a big steel wall up all the way around your junkyard. So, all right, here we have an opening coming up. All right, here we go. Mercury Montego. I don't know what that is over there. Maybe a Chevy 4-door. I'm gonna turn around and get a better shot at all this. There's some houses back here, but the junkyard ends right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a U-ey. Now it looks like people still use this road to get in and out of those places back there. So this has to be a quick little jaunt. Okay, that's a Falcon 4-door. Maybe a wagon. I think it's a wagon. I've never been back in here. The argument could be made that I shouldn't be back in here now, but I don't see any signs. Oh, wow. That's a Model A rear end. It's like 20s and 30s. What? Old Ford. Look at that wrecker. Man, this is some cool stuff. Ranchero. Motorcycle parts. And in the middle of it, about a 99 to 02 Chevy truck. See, last time I had to just kind of look from a distance in here. It's really a wild mix. Packard, one of the later Packards. So weird to walk through here. Another Falcon. Look at that little office. This is just crazy. Nobody been in here in a while. Not a single footstep. Got a Lincoln over there. Dodge truck, cab. This is about as long as I can be in here. Crew cab Chevy, early Falcon. Wow. Yeah, I gotta get over to the car pretty quickly. Look at these trees. Whew. Dodge van, or is that a Dodge pickup? Well, not Dodge pickup, but you know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. That's a rare dude. Kind of think Hemi under glass kind of truck. Oh. We had better get on with our journey. Boy, that was cool though. Let's see what's around the front here. It's kind of a sidewalk, but it's kind of a road. All right, we were just right there. Astro van. There's an entrance that looks like it kind of used to be the main entrance right here. And I looked back in there once, but you can't really see much through there. I'm wondering if this goes along the other side of it, or if this is somebody's driveway. It's a driveway. I wonder if I can see anything. Man, look at this beautiful yard. Oh, this is gorgeous. Yeah, not really. This is old Florida here, man. These trees are old. But right across the street up there is another place. I'm going to see if they're at home. I toured that place a long time ago. Yes, I am indeed on the right track. Got to wait till these cars pass, then I'll do a U-turn here. Go back and show you this other junkyard. Two of them right across the road from each other, basically. You had to think there was some competition there back in the day. I want to show you basically how far back this one goes. There's the wall. Now we're going inside it in just a second here. A little bumpy. We will be going inside there in just a second, but I want you to get an idea how much is actually to this place. And I can see just late model stuff. This is one of those places, once again, that has some really normal stuff, you know, just like a late model whatever brand, mixed in with some really cool stuff. I'm not going to go in the back here. Little Pinto wagon over there. Let these people go around so I can go inside the junkyard and say howdy. Howdy. That fence is shut. Now, like I said, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Now, looking back through here, there's a little white Falcon two-door right there, an early one. And there's a Jeep over here. Older, see the truck right between the two vehicles there? older Chevy trucks, 60 to 66. There's some other stuff back in there that's really cool, and the main office is inside that house. They have found all the stuff in the yard over the years that's just exceptionally cool, and they keep it in the house, and when you come by, and you can, you know, actually take a tour of the house and buy stuff from there too. It says apartment for rent, so maybe they're leaning more toward being landlords these days. Because in all honesty, a junkyard, you know, when I was younger, a junkyard used to be a profitable venture. But these days, man, it's just, it's how many people you know who are looking for a specific part for like a 1950 or 60 something. I know, we're all trying to find ways to make sense of it all. What's it mean? Where are we going? How's it gonna end? I don't even know. I don't know what to tell you. Things are getting a little crazy. I'm gonna see if I can put this phone in a place where you can see this car. I don't know how to explain this. All right. I think I'm just gonna get back in the car and act like this never happened. I had to come by here again. This is on 41, just about 20 minutes north of Tampa. It's exactly what it looks like. It's a row of Teslas. And it's not just one row. Are they in a pickle here? Man, look at all of them. There's like, geez, they build a new car and then they just put it in the middle of a field out here. I mean, look at them. This is just crazy. They're all black, white, or gray. There's like one back there that was like a red. No, two that are red. Three. Whew. I don't know. Is that a bad sign? Yes, like an early 70s T-Bird. That's why I pulled over here. Well, I pulled over here to look at a T-Bird, but I didn't pull over here to look at that one. Although that one is like, what a cool car. You don't see those puppies anymore. The one I pulled over to see is one across the street here. My friend and I, Buddy, have been noticing how what they call the baby birds, the first gen Thunderbirds, have decreased in value drastically over just the last 5 years or so. And it's so weird because these used to be cars that just, they were kind of holy grail cars. They were always going to be worth a lot of money. Then all of a sudden you can find one that runs and drives down the road. It's a project, but you can drive it for like under 10 grand. And that was unheard of just a few years ago. But there we have a little red one, white top, the porthole, probably a 292 or a 312. Beautiful cars, but if you look at the way that door is made, it's really hard for a person my size, 6'2", to get in and out of it. They were made for little bitty people. The 55 Thunderbird obviously came out as a reply to the 53 Corvette, which was actually experiencing dismal sales at the time. The T-Bird came out and it was just a monstrous success. But we all know that shortly after this body style you're looking at in 1958, it became this huge four-door, ugly, terrible, just universally despised body style change. But I had to stop and look at this one and tell you that you actually might be able to afford one of these now. Uh-oh, got a Ferrari wanting to pull up hard on the Prius. You know you ain't got enough, son. Come on now. Don't you even ride up beside me like you know what you're doing. You have no idea. Well, the rain's kicking in and I'm almost home, which means the video's about over. I want to thank you for watching today. Please give it some thought and consider subscribing to the channel, maybe giving it a like on this video, and check out some of the other stuff I have. I'm going to be making a road trip through both Carolinas, North and South, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana, in about 30 days. And that's one of those trips. When I go on that trip, I let you know exactly where every single vehicle is located that I come across. So it's going to have a lot of information in there. If you're looking for a particular type of car, truck, motorcycle, go-kart, mini bike, whatever it is, gas pump, performance parts, I will let you know exactly where they are. When I find them, you know where they are too. I'll give you an address, a phone number, all that stuff. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and please consider subscribing.